Hey guys, it's Panas and I'm finally with you after a small break. Now for a longer time I intended to start a short series of videos that would show you how gameplay and meta and balance change while you progress down the tier 3, how the balance of Total War Arena is on higher tiers, and what bothers those players who play mostly high tier games. In the first episode of this series, I would like to focus on stakes and artillery. Now, lately there is increasing trend of people making camps, or how I like to call them, little dollhouses out of stakes and barricades. And now, is this need to play with Barbies inside Total War Arena an actual reason why they do this, or is there like another reason? Are stakes OP? Is artillery OP? Are stakes an easy way to do well in a game without actually trying hard? These are some of the questions we will cover in this episode, but I would like to start by giving a special treat to you guys. I will show you how you can flush out entrenched artillery nests. This is also part of me trying to show you how big of a problem massive stake usage and camping are in Total War Arena, where teams are not so coordinated, as well as how some highly illogical things are still in game, mostly in artillery gameplay. So, how do you approach entrenched enemy positions with plenty of superior firepower? Well, let's see how it went for my team on Oasis. As you can see, we are in a quite bad shape here. We are losing in the numbers, enemy has numerical advantage over us, and we cannot retreat, we cannot try to reset. And they have entrenched position uphill that is raining hell on us. They are shooting us like turkeys down there because that position is a little bit too OP. It controls all of this open area on the middle, their base, the hill area. It's like nightmare to deal with, and my team is severely demoralized because they had to deal with elephants, they have to deal with this RT. We are losing, no one wants to fight, no one knows what to do. As you can see, they have row after row after row of stakes and barricades and ranged superiority that, like, it's a hard position to deal with. We cannot establish vision uphill for our light RT to shoot. And at this moment I'm begging my team, hey guys, listen to me, let's go for a massive infantry push, let's slam into them, let's encircle them, we must close into them, we must cover this ground and lean into them and make them stop shooting at us. So the whole team does not want to do this, but Dexterous is on Sula heavy infantry and he is in my party, so he's naturally communicating with me and we agree, yeah, we have to push now. So he's slowly covering the ground, as you can see, and there is another guy moving like reluctantly with one unit only, but he's moving, he's saving two other units, and at this moment I have to lead by example. I have to like scout for them, I have to draw attention to myself to give them some space to cover the ground, and I have to give my light RT vision to shoot at them. My units are not gonna be as useful because I'm playing Greek Cav. My units are not gonna be as useful when we start brawling. So I'm doing a really stupid thing here and I'm just slamming into them. So these are the units the guy saved back. He's not coming in yet, but we have some infantry already closing in, and I'm being shot to pieces here, but it doesn't matter because my units are not what we need right now. We need this infantry to push into them. And basically they make a huge mistake here because now Dexterous only closed in with one unit for now, but they stop shooting at him because they are panicking. They are kind of routing themselves. As you can see, they are all backing away, and if they kept their ground and kept shooting at him, they would severely reduce amount of numbers he can bring into that fight. So we are slowly encircling them here, and now light RT starts to land some decent shots at them, and this is a good position for us, but not everyone is committed to this cause we are making here of pushing into the enemy. Why I'm saying that? Because we have two units of spears fighting elephant, and that is something really extremely suboptimal. So the guy thinks he's helping us, and he should be helping us. But we needed his infantry units to close in onto the enemy and to pressure the enemy. You never want to fight the single elephant with 2 of your units. Why? Because he's stronger than you. He's gonna AoE you down. You're gonna lose more soldiers, and with spears you're not doing any damage already, so why use 2 units at the same time? And with single unit you can tank him for quite a while, then you can approach with second unit and tank him some more. So this is extremely suboptimal. He thinks he's helping us, he's crying for our RT, hey, shoot at the elephant, but no, that does not work. That is not what we need at this moment, because we can deal with the elephant later. He's not gonna hurt us at this moment badly. We need to kill off these ranged units as quickly as we can, because later on we are not gonna be able to catch them. We have no cav left, we have nothing. So we are completely committed to this cause. Not even our light arty would have to move to shoot past this obstacle, which is preventing it from shooting at the elephant. So we kind of we have them almost, and our light arty is shooting quite well into them, but they almost escape. Why did they almost escape? Because we did not have those spears to stop them. But luckily for us, Falxies are coming in and they are slowed, and we are entering the very last phases of the game. It's like 1 minute away from the timing out, and we barely win here. It ends up amazing for us, but it could have turned much worse for us. So what I'm saying here is you need an organized massive infantry push into the enemy lines. The idea is that you crush them at their position by approaching in organized manner and bringing superior melee force so they cannot shoot you down on time, and once you engage them they are done. But it can go the other way around. You can attack and fail, and I'm gonna show you an example of that as well. As you can see, in a similar game we played, where score was equal and my team even managed to get ahead, but when we had to storm enemy arty nest, we got crushed. Even though the enemy had the inferior melee forces, at least we thought so, defending such position was too easy. Why? Because Cliff was protecting 2 of their sides, and Wood was slowing down heavier units and putting them at disadvantage, while their lighter units had advantage, and they had stakes, so we have to attack the stakes. They can attack us in the stakes, we cannot fight back, they can kite us through them. All of these add up to a crushing defeat inflicted by forces who they also previously had a chance to nuke us in the open. Like, they can deliver their punch over a long distance, and even when we came close into their melee range, is that we couldn't take them down. So these defensive positions are a pain in the ass to deal with, and it's a real issue in the Total War arena right now. A really interesting yet sad fact is that everything I will show you today was recorded over a span of less than 35 games in total, and I don't even have the time to show you all of the camping that happened. It's present in every single game you play. What is worst about this is that it's not a reaction to attacks. This is a preset decision that players have when they start a game. Hey, I will go there and entrench myself, and if enemy comes to flush me out, good, I can shoot back. If enemy does not push, my team will carry me to the game and win, or they will attack, get crushed, and then I can shoot some when they come at me. So when they approach our base, I'm gonna deliver some punches and pretend that I'm not at fault for losing that game. So this is a defensive gameplay without any idea, and the worst part is that it often works. Now, there are some players like Nox, Red Fox or No Harm who use their light arty as a mobile hit and suppress unit, harassment unit, and they use all of these tools that are given to them reactively to attacks, to like establish perimeter when they are about to get attacked and stuff like that. So there are some of those, but majority of players is just entering the game to turtle up and never leave these preset positions. This slows the pace of the game, it shuts down strategical and tactical options in game, and it overall reduces amount of fun for both teams. There are also games where this is so pronounced that whole teams, and both of those teams, with majority of their players, can be held like hostages by RT players in both teams. which have the leading role in deciding the match outcome. You're just like an observer and being shot at, and you cannot change the outcome of the game. It's just an arty duel. So it's a shooting festival in which most of the units have no say and are doomed to soak these hits until some game goes one or the other direction. So let's see what a good light artillery player can do with these units. During this whole game, Nox Priest, who plays exclusively light arty to my knowledge, he was able to shoot through what seems like hard obstacles onto the enemy that is very far away without risking much. With protection of only one single infantry unit, which can attack enemies in stakes and follows him around, and overuse of stakes on this map, they completely shut down whole Gergovia, which is already quite narrow and movement limited map. Whole map during the duration of the game turns into stakes, caltrop, maze, and nightmare for cavalry, and even after killing 6 or 7 sets of stakes, which did happen but it's not very visible in this video, I could not find openings to attack these very limited defensive numbers he had with himself. In a situation like these, sets of caltrops and stakes behave like whole infantry units at preventing any kind of surprise attack or aggressive approach. His ability to shoot whole game in these weird arcs is really frustrating and demoralizing for the enemy, who cannot hold key positions due to interaction in game. And due to all of this, he was able to almost single-handedly beat us in this game, even though it didn't look like that to the other guys. He was able to deliver those punches during the whole game and get away with it and basically win a game for. Here we can see another example of light artillery shooting in what seems to be an impossible arc. Like, this should not happen. At this situation, Morhun, who is playing Falxes, should be completely safe, but no, he's getting nuked over the hill, over the first row of the building walls, and straightly above these buildings, straight onto him. Like, it's perfect precision at hitting him. So this kind of makes making decisions defensively against light arty impossible, because look at them, they can shoot from directly below the cliff. They have this impossible arc at this moment, so this really should not happen. Now, we do not want to limit the effectiveness of these units too much, but there should be some logical guideline to when they should deliver their punch and when they shouldn't be able to. Let me also remind you that this is a unit that can run well over 7 meters per second with Sula Whip applied, and even with Caesar buff they get some decent movement speed. These buffs are of course permanent past tier 8, and what you can see on the screen is direct comparison between cavalry and archer running speed, and both are moving under 7 meters per second in this video. So this movement speed should not should be without any doubt be severely reduced, because even when opportunities open to quick attack on these units by superior melee units, light arty can kite and outrun enemies long enough for help to arrive, or even completely outrun them. Some Falxes cannot even reach these units, and they are just a pain in the ass with this movement speed. Artillery crews also have extremely high damage output in melee for some reason, paired with how these arty crews are almost always but often used with Julius Caesar, who has Veni, or Sulla, who has Whip. Delivering these punches is not a problem for them because they have juicy melee attack bonuses through these abilities. Against softer targets like cavalry, for some reason Cav should be able to take them down in melee, but they often can turn on Cav units and kill them, which makes little to no sense. On the other hand, stakes as a consumable are with extremely low silver cost. They have silver cost of every other consumable in game, but unlike those, they have a potential to kill whole units of cavalry, so they are a reward in themselves. Like, using these for any team is beneficial. Now, there is also a mechanic which allows Sulla light artillery to deliver these stakes in unbelievable short time, which is plain abuse in my opinion. It's broken. It shouldn't be like that. It's extremely one-sided and punishing, and it's not about strategic planning or anything else apart from like just having stakes ready as a consumable at that moment. Couple of guys already recorded this. I recorded it a couple of times, so you can check my previous videos about this. So you can even get attacked inside the stakes. There is no need for these crutch mechanisms. Stakes slow down enemy advance. They deal damage to enemies. They force enemies to play cautiously. There is no need for all of this. This should be changed. All of this combined leads us to the situation I tried to point out a couple of months ago, where lots of attacks, even when you successfully bypass the stakes, caltrops, Ouija silence, their melee defense, and the enemies on the map, all of them entrenching and stopping you, can lead to RT crew surviving the said attack and delivering 100% of its punch with only a couple of soldiers left. So it's really bad at the moment. With announced nerf to light artillery damage output, we can hope that they will be able to be a little more balanced. But all of those changes we have seen happen to the heavy RT really did not work. Their overall impact on the games is the same. And getting blown to death by single rock is no different than being hit by 3 rocks. Their overall power is not touched by those changes introduced. Their power on high tiers is extremely high, and in certain way they even got buffed by having more utility and options in this shotgun shot, as they call it, like scatter shot or whatever the name of it is. So even with this overall reduced light artillery damage output, the remaining issues with stakes and camping will remain, ever slowing the game and making it nigh impossible to play for certain units that cannot actively attack these fortified positions like Cav. And once most of the teams start behaving like this, all that is left to the teammates in the game is to either join them or die isolated and separated from the rest of the team. So there is no going back from this meta apart from drastic changes through patches, for which I call in this video. So please bring back stakes friendly fire, make their deployment time longer than 10 seconds even with deployment reduction abilities, increase their damage yet make enemies unable to attack attacking force that's inside the stakes, so the enemy is at a disadvantage. Reduce amount of stakes units can bring into battle, remove caltrops completely, make RT crews slower and less capable in melee. Then even with their superior firepower over great distance and their team playing around them, at least enemy who closes in is gonna stand a chance. So thanks for your attention, guys, and of course go share your opinion with developers on the Discord channel or Reddit if you agree with these changes. In the next episode I will show you how organized gameplay and party gameplay can actually impact the game, even if you are like in 2-man party, or even better if you're in 4-man party, so why you should always bring your buddies to watch over your back.